Hi, thanks for your order. I'd like to take a moment before I start working on your order to explain a few things. Please don't be concerned. This time that I'm spending and explaining is not part of the actual time you're paying for your review. First, I'd like to mention in advance, I'm located on a busy street. I do have a special noise-canceling microphone, but I do apologize in advance if you're hearing any background noise. I'm doing the best I can, and I hope my dog Cutesy doesn't start barking. Two, I'd like to mention when it comes to these short types of reviews of 5 or 10 minutes, even 15 minutes, it's usually pretty difficult for me to do any serious reading in terms of the text. I actually do have another gig. My main gig is as a web text writer or a web text editor. The reason I do these review gigs is so I can meet the owners of websites and actually work on their text in terms of correcting it for spelling errors, grammatical errors, punctuation errors, syntax, things like that. So if I see any major things going on your page, of course I'll be happy to tell you, but I won't be able to really read and focus on the actual text in terms of that kind of editing. Let me know if you're interested in that type of service. Last, I'd like to mention, I'm going in completely cold, or as cold as possible, on your website. I haven't looked at it before, I haven't seen it before, and I don't know anything about it except for the name of your site that you told me and whatever other information you've given me, if you've given me anything else. So you're going to be seeing my true and real reaction for the first time.
Okie dokie, here I am. Let's see. Okay, very orange. I like orange. Ideal flatmate. Find the right flatmates for you. Okay, pretty clear. I guess my first impression is no people, no faces. You have a space here. You have a space here. Why not got a friendly face? Maybe you could fill it with cartoon faces or cartoon bodies of like people meeting and looking at places, whatever, or just nice looking people, you know, different nationalities and whatever, just nice. But definitely some people, maybe the cartoon, maybe like a whiteboard kind of cartoon could work. Alrighty, so let me see. List a room, find a room. All right, match. I'm gonna go for the find a room. Ooh. But did you notice what just happened? I'm gonna stop this for a second. I'm gonna go back. Did you notice how interesting that was? That I didn't even scroll down to see what was going on below. What does that mean? Like normally this, like if this line here had been a teeny weeny little bit more up here to slightly cut off like halfway where I could really see it, that might have forced my eyes to scroll down. But instead of doing that, and look at everything I've missed, look at all this I missed, look at all I missed, look at all I missed, look, there are the people, there are the people, look at all I missed. Oh, I'm even in shock. Can you hear the shock in my voice? I just went right here. No good. Somehow you need to get the eye to go down because I did. I hit find a room and it opened me another window, which is over here. So I guess it brought me down. Let me just see. All right, right? Well, one says feature part. Let's see if it's the same thing. Personally, I'm a big fan of Our Messiah, but it's kind of funny that the first one you picked there is like a picture of the Messiah. ¿Qué más? Yeah, so I guess it's the same thing, but I guess it brought me to the same thing. But yeah, it's fine. I guess I overreacted. All right, so find a property. Now, since I'm not in the UK and I don't really know where things are, let me go. Can I sort by price? Or do I have to sort? Oh wait. So you see, this one just brings me to these featured property. This one brought me to all of them. So here I can search by area, but I need to know the area. Isn't that funny? So since I really don't know the UK, I'm just going to put London. How boring is that, right? But apply filters, refine yourself. Anyway, I won't do all that stuff. But it's nice that you have all these listings. I'm curious to know what it is that isn't maybe working for you. Let me put this on pause for a minute and see what you say here. Hold on a second. I'm going to go read what you wrote on Fiverr and then come back and continue. Okay, so basically you said that the goal was to convert people by add a listing. So let me go, how do I get back home? Home, please, home. Oh no, home is up here. Yeah, well, if you want to add a listing, maybe you should have add a listing a little bit bigger. Add a listing. I mean, it's so small little font and a big white space box. Maybe that can be something more. Maybe instead of I am looking to, maybe it can be add a listing. I don't know. I mean, look at all this empty space here. I mean, it's a design or it's a design choice. By the way, I would personally capitalize. If not capitalizing all of them, I would certainly capitalize the R in room, the F in flatmates, the R in room, or maybe just make the whole thing bold. It just seems to me, not knowing anything else, that you've got a really nice opportunity here, and you're not taking full advantage of this section where it just comes right up. The first thing I mentioned was the lack of faces or people, and now that I'm focusing on it, and I don't think you need the for you. Find the right flatmates, for you know who? For my mother, for my sister? No, obviously it's for me. Find the right flatmates. But again, this is like a lot of with space here that it could be used differently. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many conversions you want to make, but it seems like people are adding listings. Let's see what happens here if I write match with flatmates. Let's see. A matching test, simple, fast, and complete. All right. Take our test and browse. Test. Maybe people don't really like tests. Maybe you want to say, because tests, like, what if I fail the test? What if I don't pass? Maybe you want to use a different word instead of test. Maybe you want to write, I don't know, survey or I don't know. I'd have to think about the words. If you need me to do this sort of editing, I can do that. But I'd have to think of a word that's a little bit better than test. I mean, just imagine our matching test. All right, our matching quiz. Even quiz is a little friendlier than test. That's just me, and that's with my American English. I do like it takes about 90 seconds. Under 90 seconds, why don't we say? All right, so let's see. Oh, I see. Speaking of time, I'm out of time. This was for a 5-minute review. So you sort of saw my initial, let's see, skip to browse, find your match. Well, where's the test? Find your match. I'll just do this quick. Okay. Yeah, so this is more of a quiz. Let's not say test. Let's change that word. So I'm going to just do this quickly since I want to see. I tend to go out and meet friends and say, I disagree. Unfortunately, what I am in is always online in this stupid Fiverr life, right? I need to make more money so I can go out. That's the problem. Continue. All right. Ooh, most evenings. I like to have people over for drinks on a regular basis. Do not like that question at all. I'm going to say continue. I'm just going to leave that. Very kind of biased. Why is this taking so long? It could be because my computer's a little slow. I've got so many windows open. I mean, I have like 100 windows open. But it's really weird. It's taking. Okay, I like having to stay over for a few days. I wish there was a middle word. I wish this was a 7. And I could have a 4. I could have a 4 to be mid because there's no real mid. I have to either be 3 or 4. I'd like to be mid. I'd like to be not agree or disagree. So I'm going to say this because I'm forced to, but I really don't like that. Maybe that was a decision you made. I know you didn't have me, checking this, do this quiz, but since I'm here, and anyway, it's my dime now. Dime is 10 cents in the United States. I would like my shared house to be known as a place to party. That is such the weirdest sentence grammatically. I don't even know where to start. I would like my shared house to be known as a place to party. I can't even go there. I'd have to work on that. But I understand that, and that would be a big disagree for moi. I lived and worked and owned a backpacking hostel until about 4 months ago, and I shared my house with 25 people, and it was always a party here, and I'm over that. I sometimes go out and come in the early hours. Oh, those days are gone too now. I'm just enjoying being alone, but that's me. You didn't care about that. Continue. The only reason I'm even chatting so much is because it's sort of taking a long time to get through these questions. And what's that about? Occasionally I bring people I have just met to my house. Oh, those were the good old days. And yeah, I have a slew of those types of people who what'd you say your name was again? Don't let the door hit you on the way out, but those days are gone. But all right, for the fun of it, sure. Bring people I have just met to my house. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the fun, frolicky, fun, and friendly Andrea review. Let me know if there's anything else I can do on a more detailed level. Thank you very much. Good luck with your site. If I lived in the UK, I would definitely check out your site if I needed a roommate. But I would definitely not pick one that would invite people over who they've just met. Bye.